मधुरं मधुरेभ्योऽपि मङ्गलेभ्योऽपि मङ्गलम् पावनं पावनेभ्योऽपि हरे नामेव केवलम् आब्रह्मस्तं पर्यन्तं सर्वं मायामयं जगत् सत्यं सत्यं पुनः सत्यं हरे नामेव केवलम् स गुरु स पिता चापि स माता बन्धवोऽपि स शिक्षये चेत् सदा स्मर्तुं हरेर्नामेव केवलम् निःश्वासेना हि विश्वासा कदा रुद्धो भविष्यति कीर्तनीयामतो बाल्यात् हरेर्नामेव केवलम् हरि सदा वसेत्तत्र यत्र भागवता जना गायन्ति भक्तिभावेन हरेर्नामेव केवलम् अहो दुःखं महादुःखं दुःखतरं यथा काचार्तं विस्मृतं रत्ना हरेर्नामेव केवलम् दीयतां दीयतां कर्णो नियतां बच्चा गीयतां नित्यं हरेर्नामेव केवलम् त्रिकृत्या जगत्सर्वं राजते सकलोपरि चिदानन्दमयं शुद्धं हरेर्नामेव केवलम् हरेर्नामेव केवलम् हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी साधकन
Very nice, nicely listened. So, Mataji, can we start? How many we have now? Yeah, we have 22. We can, I think, start.
We can start, Prabhuji. Okay. Okay. I'll start sharing my screen. See my screen, right? Okay, good. Okay.
Mataji.
Yeah, I'll just. Oh, sorry. I have to go to the first slide and. Okay. Oops. 1 second. I was editing one slide and. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll start with the like our Gurudev's prayer. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते इन्द्रजिम्न स्वामी इति नामिने नमो प्रभुपादप्रियदासाय जगन्नाथयात्रानन्द मूर्तये भक्तसुखाय कृष्णोत्कीर्तनेन नरसिंहेन रक्षिताय नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद श्रील गुरुदेव की जय, गौर प्रेमानंद, हरि हरि बोल, जय।
Did you have right to start the recording? I just sent the request, but I don't see anybody as a host.
It's already recording, Prabhuji.
Oh, it's already recording.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay, Hare Krishna. Whoever is comfortable, can you please on your videos? It'll be already Zoom is so impersonal. So at least some kind of personal interaction we can have. Whoever is comfortable, please. So today, welcome everybody for today's IDS Troopers call. So we have discussed in the induction session in Prabhupada 2025 Pravesha, Srila Haridas Varya Prabhuji has presented, and there was a slide about services in the IDS family. And so we kind of put together the deck also in the last minute. So this is like kind of a follow-up, like, what are the services, what are some details, and then how we can contribute as, to those services. And, like some kind of a overview so that all questions are answered in one shot. So all the mentors also feel it's all streamlined communication basically. Everybody would have the same questions, so all the questions are handled in one shot. And before we begin, this slide deck is actually put together by Braja Gopinath Prabhuji. Like whole, I think last week he worked together and put together with nice animation images. So all credit goes to him. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. But unfortunately, he said that this weekend he has some other engagement and he asked me to present. So I'm kind of doing this as service to him. Of course, I edited here and there and put some images, finishing touches, but all credit goes to Prabhuji. Okay, so you can see his heart and um, sincerity and devotion in this slide deck. Okay, yeah. So with that, we'll begin. So this our topic is Seva opportunities in IDS family. The sure short way back home, back to Godhead. Of course, we have many families. We have Uber, Srila Prabhupada's family, and then we have this short, small family, IDS family. So here we have some, specific based on our spiritual master's mood. We all have imbibed certain services which facilitates his desires and assisting in his mood or assisting in his service to Srila Prabhupada. So that's how most of the services come about. So let's start. This is our Srila Gurudev in action in Polish tour, right? He's like the commander. Whenever I see Srila Gurudev in the beginning of the Harinam party and like, walking and everybody's following behind, it's like such a nice vision. Like he's like, leader leading everybody into the spiritual world, basically. Yeah. So the first part of the first service is Kartik Parikrama services. And this some of these services are very scoped to a particular time and region. So obviously we can imagine Kartik Parikrama services. Srila Gurudev has been doing Kartik Parikrama since so many years, maybe 30 years regularly. Most of the time he used to take us to Vrindavan. And this last year was special. He took us to Mayapur, Mahapuri, and later they they went to they went to actually Vrindavan, right, and Jaipur. So Kartik Parikrama, the whole month, lot of services will be there. Especially main contact person is Rasika Shiromani Mataji and Govind Chandra Prabhu. But there are her, right hand people mainly, Seva Swarup Prabhu and Giridhari Govinda Prabhu. Especially last Kartik, Giridhari Prabhu has done a lot of work, booking hotel rooms and so much help there. So the services are, assisting the whole experience of all the devotees, so that they all can have bliss in attending the parikrama, and so all the practical details are taken care nicely. So they just have to focus on their shravanam and bhajan. Okay, so that's the kind of in a way, actually, some of these devotees even sacrifice their own chanting or their own absorption, just running around facilitating all of us so that we all can sit together at one place and hear. So that is their selfless service. That's why for them they actually get more mercy. Right? So how we can assist is like somehow if we can tag along with these devotees, then they can engage us in different things like train booking or ticket booking, accommodation arrangements, or while we are in the Dham, then garland services or helping with Gurudev's deities. If Gurudev brings the deities, any seva related to sweet preparation or garlands or laundry for Gurudev. And last time there's a cash exchange seva also. Like different people will be elected dynamically as a point of contact, and then they serve this service. And then last time it was so funny. There was also rickshaw leader, and there is of course bus leaders are there, but there is also rickshaw leaders, and there were also prasadam delivery hotel leaders. So they were in charge of picking up the prasadam, distributing within the hotels. So it's very very blissful actually. Very dynamically services come up based on the context. So, if we are eager to serve and we have developed a rapport of trust in delivering whatever we commit, then most likely we will be engaged in such blissful services. Okay, so we all will start with our relationship with mentor. That's how we'll start this whole year. Then, by the time Kartik comes, some of you may be recommended for some of the services. Okay. Okay, next service is in some of the leaders might be in this call. So if you want to chime in and add something with respect to your service, please feel free. Okay. Giridhari Madhav Prabhu, I see that, and I think Haridas Varya Prabhu also must be there because he's doing the next session. So anybody wants to add some extra things, please feel free to tell. Okay. Media, photos, and digital service. See, Braja Gopinath Prabhu chose apt photos, so beautiful, so blissful. Gurudev is also a media leader, right? He's so expert in catching the right mood, right thing, and he's so eager, even despite beyond what Ananta Vrindavan Prabhu captures. Gurudev himself, when he goes right now, for example, he went to Jaipur, Udaipur. So he just captures whatever he is very, very touched and he shares with all of us. So mainly Ananda Kunda Prabhu, most of the service related to like creating flyers, for example, book tour, the flyer for book tour or posters, all the events. For example, this year we are going to have Bhakti Theatre also. So, and making maybe videos for Sadhu Sangha. And of course, there are many other services actually in Gurudeva's realm, like for example, his website maintenance and his main official YouTube channel maintenance. Perhaps these are managed by other devotees, like maybe Russian devotees or other devotees, not the IDS troopers. So this presentation is based on what the service IDS troopers have been taking care so far, and which is available for us to also help with. Okay. So if you are expert in making posters, Photoshop or things like that, it's a time for you to kind of raise your hand and say, oh, I'm interested in the service. Then contact Anand Kunda Prabhu and then he will engage you, some of the services he can delegate and he can oversee and, do other things. Okay. And there are some devotees, Apurva Mataji and I think Kavita Mataji, they are making some daily quotes based on the lectures they're hearing and Gurudev's images. So these are also some nice things for meditate upon. Okay, Vyasa Puja celebrations. So this is also a once a yearly event. I think since couple of years we have been organizing Vyasa Puja within India also. Just before Gurudev goes to US to celebrate the Vyasa Puja, there on his real day with San Jose with Rasika Machi and Govind Charan Prabhu. They always steal Gurudev at the right time, correct day. So usually he does in India little ahead. So in April, that's when it happens. And so far it has been happening in Vrindavan. And Kartamashi Prabhu and Rajachandika Mataji, they take charge of coordination, usually booking the hall and, making boga preparations and decorating the hall and cooking, serving, cleaning, all this. It's a one-time event, one time, like maybe spans maybe 2 days or 3 days. So if we are around Vrindavan or you plan to visit there during Vrindavan, or some people, there is a Vyasa Puja offering also. I don't think they have been doing videos or something where they request devotees to send, but at least they were written offerings, I think. Maybe eventually we can grow this service and maybe even compile a Vyasa Puja book for Gurudev. But so far Mataji and Prabhuji have been taking care. Okay. Next, Rishikesh festival. So this is also one of Gurudev's main heartbeat, right? Is passion. He loves to see the smile on the, especially the Westerners, or especially the new devotees, when they, non-devotees, when they take up, experience the first bliss of Krishna consciousness, and when their eyes smile, that's what gives a lot of pleasure to Srila Gurudev. Like, their first attraction to Krishna consciousness. And the Rishikesh festival, especially recently, Gurudev gave that talk, right, where he was mentioning that this is a wonderful opportunity provided for him, so that the Westerners are coming to India seeking for this knowledge. And just that we have put together everything in a way, it's a most attractive package for them to experience Krishna consciousness through long period of time. And this time it's become 6 weeks. So this also is very time based, in the sense, like during that period. Of course, there are other things like preparing a brochures and preparing flyers. Those will be done by the media team earlier, as I mentioned. But during that stay, during Rishikesh, there'll be different things like, of course, there will be other booths like henna booth, sari booth, and things like that. Mostly, its main coordinator for this service is Vijayavara Prabhu. But from our side, Seva Swarup Prabhu has been going every year and being there physically and serving to some extent. So if we think, we are ready to, kind of go there physically and stay and do some service, and Vijayavara Prabhu expects somebody to come and stay the whole month. So if that much commitment we have based on our services and our work and everything, then we could always do that. But um, otherwise, other thing we could do is, help spread the word among our friends. Like, there will be a Facebook page which keeps getting updated, so we can share in our Facebook profiles or share with our friends. So they, especially people who are not, not directly ready for Krishna consciousness, they're like yoga seekers. We may have friends with that background, so they, for them, it's a nice bridge to connect. Next is service is transcriptions and research. So Haridas Varya Prabhu was leading the service, is leading the service. Um, so finding references for his lectures. So there are some of the lectures, especially every year new book is coming about. So while they're compiling this book, if there are any references they need specifically, or we could also independently take up and stretch this service, like how Chaitanya Bhava Prabhu is now present, like putting all the audio lectures in a particular systematic way for all of us to listen gradually and grow in our bhakti, right? So like that, actually this service can be grown much more. Like, we can all, okay, somebody's, Shivani Ja, can, okay, yeah. Um, See, for example, all of us, okay, also helped by, okay, Haridas Prabhu is telling who are, Prabhuji, you can speak up, Prabhuji, if you are there.
Yeah, I was just saying, thank you, Mataji. I was just saying that these services are also handled by His Grace Madhu Krishna Prabhu and also Gopi Mandala Mataji, and a lot of references and research done by His Grace Namras Prabhu. So credit is due where it is due. While my name and photograph is there, they also are the ones who are pioneers behind this effort.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah. And also we can expand the services, because now that Gurudev is doing a lot of ecstatic love series, I'm so much in love of them. I felt like, we can chronologically arrange them, like in a sense, so that it's easy for us to search whenever we want to go there. Like, already there is a title, and there is already, for example, the ChatGPT tools can give us a transcript. But if we can organize the link of the lecture with some keywords, say, for example, right now Gurudev is doing disguises, right? So disguise as a snake charmer, like that can be one of the keyword in a document. And then what are the other main elements of within that discourse? So that way, later on, let's say all of us, let's say we are doing some class and we remember we have heard Gurudev's lecture and something strikes. Yes, I heard it in Gurudev's lecture, but we don't know which lecture it is. So an idea how to do it. If somebody is interested, I can help, you know, how to do this. Then that way, all we have to do is just search that word within the document and we can directly get a link. And again, we can attach a transcript there itself and then we can quickly go through and so we can immediately, so we can rehear again and quote them in our classes. So that's my desire actually, but I cannot myself do all this indexing, everything. But if suppose Haridas Prabhuji, under your direction, if suppose we can, and be very, very useful for everybody going in future, all of us. Okay.
Definitely,
So now
Mataji. I think
next
that's a
service
great
is
that's a very great idea. We would get in touch with you after this call so that how we can make that into action. Thank you for suggesting that, Mataji. Thank you very much.
okay, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Okay. So the next service is tour and book. There is always on the road. So if somebody wonders actually who books the tickets, and always nowadays he's traveling with his core team, like minimally Kartamashi Prabhu and Rajachandrika Mataji and Rishikesh Ganga Prabhuji, and maybe I don't know, maybe some of the names also, so, and his Chanchalakshi Mataji, his cook. So somebody is doing all the background work, booking the tickets, and sometimes dynamically it changes. So who is doing all these things, right? So most likely Rasika Mataji will be doing, and many people will be helping. She gets a clue what to be done, and then especially book tour has been organized by Giridhari Prabhu until last year. This year Vijay Narasimha Prabhu has taken up because Giridhari Prabhu was so busy with the Kartik Parikrama. We all wanted to give him little break so he can breathe. So Vijay Narasimha Prabhu is mainly kind of organizing the whole India book tour, collecting information as to like which books, how many books have to go to each city, and making sure they're shipped to the city. And then if there are any leftover books, they're sent back to the next location. So it's a lot of coordination and booking flight tickets, and other thing now with respect to next service also. Everywhere now Gurudev travels, he will get aspiring devotees. Now keeping track of them, making sure they're added to the, that's all. It feeds into the other services basically. So this is the main contact point, especially for India devotees. That's where devotees are getting more inspired when they physically see Gurudev doing his kirtan and his classes. That they spontaneously come and say, okay, this is my guru, I've been looking for so long, and they surrender, and Gurudev most of the cases immediately accepts. So that's what is coming for all of us within a week actually. So everybody must be getting ready in their cities. Okay, so next, Bhakti Theatre. So this is a new thing we added. This Gurudev has been doing Polish festival tour for 35 odd years, right? And that's like a full-fledged program, everyday program, like almost 3.5 hours program, where they present spiritual culture in a very aesthetic way, with lot of dance, music, drama, and storytelling. Actually, it's not Festival of India; it's like Festival of Spiritual World, right? So, and Gurudev has been having this desire to take some section of this Polish tour to different countries, because the expertise has been built for so many years. They're very, very professional dancers, and very, very expert in presenting the art. That itself is it requires a lot of expertise. Not everybody can express their feelings through Angika and Aharya. These are the four things actually in Natya Shastra tells. Angika means through the limbs. Vachika means through the words. Aharya means ornaments. And Satvika is through feelings. So Natya, or anything which is presented on the stage, has to have all these elements choreographed together so that it awakens a particular emotion in the audience. That's all. It's called rasa nishpatti. It's a awakening of the rasa. And here, this is Bhakti Rasa is being kind of, awakened. That's even more at a very, very higher and subtle level. So that's the whole thing, once recently, I think I was hearing some lecture, or maybe Gurudev was saying that there was a Polish tour, and they presented some Krishna related pastime. After the pastime was over, there was a silence for a few minutes, and the one girl was sitting on the lap of our mother, and she shouted, "This is I want that Krishna," like that. I want that Krishna. Then immediately that feeling sank in all the audience as well. Yes, that's what we have seen. Oh wow, yes, I want that Krishna. So and then immediately for Gurudev was saying that was a reward of all so many years of sacrifice and selfless service. We are just throwing the seeds of bhakti everywhere, and now we can see it sprout, right? So he wants to bring that now to different countries. So this year we are experimenting with India. It's going to come in April, and later to UK and other countries as well. So what is this service? Yeah, so basically get a piece of Polish tour and do it like a professional performance, right? Where professional people like government employees and high ranked professional people can relate with culture essentially. They may not, they may not come to our Sunday feast class or temples, but they may come for entertainment, but they may take Krishna and go away. That's the idea. Okay, and for this, first of all, we need a lot of promotion with respect to social media groups and connect with high personalities who can advertise for us, promote the events. I think this is also managed by mainly Rasika Mataji, but I think Vijay Narsingh Prabhu is also helping with some of the promoting. And of course, there are three main cities we are thinking this year. I think it's Gujarat, Delhi, and Mumbai. I hope I'm correct. Somebody can correct me otherwise. So in that case, then, when the date is fixed on a particular city, then obviously much will go on around that, like, making sure the guests are comfortable, and are we serving prasadam afterwards? How about books and other things, and taking the contacts for interesting people afterwards, so we can direct them to one of the congregations or follow up with us, or how do we take it further, into deeper into Krishna consciousness. So it's a whole realm of services will open up there. Okay, so now next is the another main important service, mentorship assistance and devotee relationships, right? So this is what I was asked to help out here. This is a new program we started this year, and we have been planning about this for since 6 years. And this time only we started this induction, and that's how most of you are here and who are officially now connected to your mentors, and perhaps already reached out to your mentors. Many of the mentors are telling, I'm waiting for my mentee to reach out. So if you are such a mentor, you're already assigned, maybe you check the email where we send out a spreadsheet assignment. So please look at and follow up with your mentor, and at least tell them that maybe you're busy, you will reach out to them very soon, like that. And what is involved is, of course, the mentors will take care of mentees one-to-one, because a lot of one-to-one is needed, helping them helping them come to the readiness for initiation, like with respect to standards and consistency in sadhana, and certain standard of devotee relationships without aparadha, all this kind of thing, some kind of accountability, and a one-to-one person who can you can talk to if you have any issues. That's about mentee training. And then there comes with the next level is that mentors themselves. Right now we have about 20 of them. So here, some of the people who have already provided the names and images are listed out here. But there are many other people also. So they themselves also would need support and encouragement, because they are giving their time and energy with the mentees. So they also should feel nourished. So that's where I am there to help them make sure there is some spiritual nourishment for all of us together, so that they can pass on to the mentees. So that's where we are starting from next year. We are starting a new series called Spiritual Care Series, which would happen in the same Troopers Call instead of everyday Bhagavatam verse, we will be very focused on specific topics, like topics about Shravanam, Kirtanam, 9 processes of devotional service, or maybe the five main angas for prema, or Vaishnava qualities. So these are the main topics. Based on this, each of the mentors will pick their subtopic and they will present a deep dive into a particular topic. Of course, there are many angles we can cover a particular topic. So we'll go cover them all at one time, and then we go round robin and come back again. So let's see, this is the first time we are trying this, how it goes. I'm hoping it's going to be nourishing for presenters as well as the listeners. So all of us should participate, encourage, and take advantage of this. And also the troopers call timing would change from next week. We all are voting towards 7 to 8 p.m. Sunday, so that it's early. We can wrap up our day early, and then we can get up for early morning sadhana for next day. No, that's what heads up for all of you. So next week it's going to be early. Okay. So next, that's it about the mentorship and the spiritual care service. Okay, now we have been hearing this keyword 5-year roadmap, and so what it is and what are the main bullet points, right? So Govind Sharan Prabhu knows this. He has heard this firsthand from Gurudev and Rasika Mataji. So there are 3 main elements here. One is preaching to masses through Leela Kirtans. So what is Leela Kirtan? Leela Kirtan is like basically a kind of enacting or verbally experiencing, or rather expressing part of a Bhagavatam or something, and intermixing with some kind of songs or poems like that. This is called basically a champu style of writing, actually, in the case of writing. But this is like a Leela Kirtan. But this has been traditionally there in our culture, Indian culture especially. Like we have this Harikatha, or something else recently I'm hearing here. We just went in Karnataka also, a lot of them happen. Yakshagana, they call it Yakshagana. So where they take one of the Puranic pastime, and they all wear dress appropriately, and they enact the pastime along with some dialogues and along with some songs. So it's like a kind of a nataka or a drama, like that only, and that also is meant to awaken our yakshagana. Yes, katha prasanga, billu patu. So these are all meant to awaken our rasa, actually. That's how olden days people used to. This was their entertainment, actually, before the TV came. And TV came, and that's all. Nobody goes out. Everybody, sits in front of TV, and now TV came to phones. So there are many scenes, even in our cousins, we have seen, like, when we go to Bangalore, we have a extended joint family. They have a big living room. There's a big TV running. 5 of the kids, they are almost like 30 years. They all have children. They all take a plate. Each of them have a phone. They'll be checking the phone with the left hand, browsing and eating. That's all. That's the relationship now. Now TV went away. Now individually, everybody has their own cell phone TV now, doing their own things. And so many places I've seen this scene nowadays. It's so pathetic, actually. Like one more temple, I was in front of the house. There was a temple. The 4 boys were sitting in front of the temple. Temple gates were closed, and they all were checking their own phones. So it's like, we are missing that aspect of personal dealings, and we are getting lost in social media. Of course, luckily, some of the devotees are still giving some life or purpose to the social media through their channels, like Gauranga Darshan Prabhu, or Gauranga Prabhu, or Gurudev. Like, so we all devotees have also a purpose to go to Facebook to see, what's happening. But without our knowledge, suddenly we'll notice that, half an hour, 1 hour is gone. Okay. So, yeah, anyway, I don't know why I went there. Okay, that's a Leela Kirtans. Okay. So we tried this Leela Kirtan in US last year, and Govind Sharan Prabhu said that somehow he felt that the US was not ready they don't even know what is Kirtan in the first place, forget about Leela Kirtan. So they felt they are not going to take it forward. But the sample and example is set there. So whoever wishes to take it forward later on could always do it. That part is, covered here. And the next part is to taking the theater portion of the Polish festival worldwide. And that's what is happening this year to promote the Bhakti Theater 2025 and beyond. Hopefully it comes out successful, and then we wish Gurudev wishes to continue next years onwards, and also it goes to different countries. And the third aspect is Gurudev wanted a retreat center like GEV where all the devotees could stay as a base. Like, these devotees assume they may be traveling, different countries and doing their festivals, but there will be a base where they come and stay, where it's economical to serve them and keep them so that, they don't have to work outside. So we take care of their maintenance throughout the year. So that's the idea. And also in that video, Gurudev was telling, he doesn't want a temple. He wanted a center where there could be educational programs in the weekend, and more like where devotees can come. So all the people whom we are getting in contact through these programs, we need to send them somewhere to experience a deeper bhakti culture. So that's where they can come to such retreat center, and then there they can have deep dives and experience bhakti day to day, like how GEV is doing like that. And we should have many such GEVs, right? So we should have our own GEVs so that it can be dovetailed with other services Gurudev is doing. And this actually is in line with the Sri Bhrugu's prediction. A couple of weeks back in the Troopers Call, we read that past, present, and future. So, what are some of the? Can somebody share? What are some of the punch points which are yet to be realized from Sri Bhrugu's prediction? Who remembers?
And I remember a couple
Yeah,
of words.
Shantanu Prabhu.
They is going to start a orphanage. That is one prediction. Then in 5 countries, he will start a preaching program like Polish festival. Then he will be proficient in Ayurvedic science. And yeah, these are some I can remember.
Build a temple, multiple temples, I
Build
think.
a temple, yeah. Big temple.
Oh,
Yeah, build
okay.
temples with help of some devotees who is having business in import export.
Yeah, and then also Goshala and Gurukula, right? These are some of the things. So we all are putting our heads across now, so we all need to meditate. So who is that devotees who are going to do export import, and where is that location, and how it's going to happen? So we all need to meditate more on this prediction and see how it's going to work out and kind of materialize. Okay, so we took care of the first two, and this is the third desire, which is yet to manifest. So let's see coming years what happens. Okay, other one is Sacred Seva Foundation. We have a not-for-profit organization in India. Of course, in US also there is Friends Forever, but within India is Sacred Seva Foundation, which is part of it is Gokula Taruni Mataji is Govind Prabhu's sister, and also Braja Govind Gopinath Prabhu handles a lot of accounts. He's in charge of accounts, sending them receipts, keeping track of pledges, and a lot of things are involved in this, because this foundation has a lot of what to say tax related things we need to follow in order to make sure that it keeps the license year after year. So to be compliant with all the requirements from the government. In US, it's much simpler actually. 501c3 is much simpler, but India is very, very complicated. So that's why we need a person dedicated to keep on top of it and make sure all the receipts are sent. And whenever we send donation outside, then we need to provide them the bills. Why? What's the purpose? So that there is no red flags. It's a huge service altogether. So they have a team. Bajagopinath Prabhu has a team of people who helps with accounts and receipts. So if somebody is into accounting background, then definitely you feel inspired to be part of it. You can always contact Prabhuji. Okay. Next one, IDS Troopers YouTube channel. So this is the Troopers Call, which is like a baby of Vijay Narasimha Prabhu initially. And then it grew very big now. A lot of devotees are finding it valuable, and we want to again take it to the next level through the spiritual care series coming this year. So this, there is a YouTube channel, there is WhatsApp, this call, Zoom call, and there's a WhatsApp group. So many things associated with it. So Madhu Krishna Prabhu and Giriraj Madhav Prabhu handle the YouTube channel, and Madhu Krishna Prabhu is also stepping into editing videos now if needed. So he's learning a little bit. So Madhu Krishna Prabhu, okay, and then up to uploading the YouTube videos on time, sending the recording back in the group link, and creating playlists and organizing them such a way that anybody comes from outside, everything is organized properly. And sometimes there'll be confidential materials, then maybe editing them out, which we don't want to be publicly announced, like those kinds of things, or whatever is needed to make it very professional. See, Gurudev's mood is always quality, right? Whatever he does, he likes it to be very, very professional. So that's the mode we also have to imbibe in our services, whatever services we are doing. Let's say even sending a message out for the troopers call, right? Make sure we do due diligence. What are the contents we are putting, like who are the people speaking and what they are doing, and make sure again there is not too much noise of sending again one more message. It just little bit more attentive we need to be. So that actually attention, Gurudev says, right, attention is a sign of love. So that little bit more we should be conscious. So then gradually we will increase our mood of service. So that's it. Okay, that's the channel. And then, okay, this is what we have, weekly troopers call. That's what we have. So coordinating, and right now I think Vijay Narasimha Prabhu has given in charge Nandaraj Prabhu. He sends the invite, he coordinates who is speaking what, and there's one person who sends the invite and then follows up, and so like that, and he runs the call. Maybe some of us may not come attend every call, but the Prabhuji's sacrifice is that he has to be there every call. So that's the service Prabhuji is taking care. Okay, so that's the thing. And then, okay, I think we're right on time. So to end with, disciples say, somebody can read actually. Prabhuji, Giriraj Madhav Prabhu, you can read.
Disciple, what is the best service we can do for you? Srila Prabhupada, become simply wonderful. Eat simple, eat simple wonderfuls and do everything simply wonderful.
Thank you. So all these quotes I've given by Braja Gopinath Prabhu again. So all the credit goes to him. I just somehow I'm serving him by presenting it. That's it. Hopefully it was not too fast. And so any questions or comments, 5 minutes we can take, and then we'll hand over to Haridas Prabhu for taking his session. But before that, if anything I can do in this regard, please you can unmute yourself and ask any questions are there for 5 minutes. So I will share the slide deck into the group. We have Google group, so everybody has access to the slides. Okay, looks like nobody has any questions. So everything is clear, right? So if any question about services, you all have to go back to the slide deck or maybe the video. Okay, or you can ask your mentor. Worst case, you still don't understand. Okay, and you can always reach out to me. Hopefully, everybody has my contact. Okay, thank you so much for patiently listening. Hare Krishna. Let's work together, everybody, to fulfill Srila Gurudev's desires. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji, for explaining all these sources. It was wonderful, actually. And I think that's why devotees don't have any questions. They understood it very nicely. And now we will have Haridas Varya Prabhu speaking about Lagadev's mission and the disappearance of Yachandas Thakur.
Thank you, Nandaraj Prabhu, and thank you, Shamala Mataji. Thank you very much. Nandaraj Prabhu, I just want to be aware of the time. I don't want to cross the time. How much time do we have? We go up to 9:15, is it?
Yeah, yes, Prabhu, yes, we have.
9:15, 9:20.
Yeah.
So right now, yeah. Perfect. So I'll not take more than 20-25 minutes. That's the maximum I'll go. I'll keep in mind the time. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Paramami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namaum Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Shrilendra Dumna Swamin Nitinamine Nama Prabhupada Priyadasaya Jagannatha Yatananda Murte Bhakta Sukhaya Krishnodkirtane Nalasimhe Narakshitaya Namaha Namaum Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesh Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalum pangum langayate girim yekapatamoham vande Shri Gurum Divatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanyeshwaram Hari Om Tat Sat Shila Gurudev Ki Jai. So I welcome all of you on this call and I thank our great Shamala Mataji, Braj Gopinath Prabhu to further elucidate us about the services. This word services is very important in our entire Gaudiya Parampara. Our holy name in itself has this component where we are constantly asking for services. The Hare Krishna Maha Mantra in itself stands as a testimonial where we are asking the divine lordships for their service. So starts our small story today. Once upon a time, the gopis, they were very, very enamored by Krishna and his pastimes. And Krishna was also very grateful towards the gopis, specifically in this month of Margashisha. If you all know, the month of Margashisha started from 16th of December. So we are almost 6 days into the month of Margashisha. It's also called as Margai in the southern part of India. But in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Masanam Margashisho Aham. Of all the months, I am Margashish. Now, this is very bewildering because in ISKCON, we say every month is very important. When we come to Purushottam month, we say this is Adhik Mas, this is very important. Then we come to Kartik, we say this is Srimati Radharani's month, so this is very important. But then Krishna himself says that Masanam Margashishoham, I am, of all the months, I am Margashish. So the question arises, which month is most important? So in Vaishnava philosophy, every month is greater than the other. There is no higher or highest. All the months, of course, Kartik month is more special because we are all serving Srimati Radharani and it is her month. However, Krishna's month Margashish is also very special. Why this is very special? Because if we consider the entire year as one day for the demigods, that is 365 days of human days is considered as 1 year for the demigods. And that year, sorry, 1 day for the demigods. And that 1 day starts with Margashish Brahma Muhurta. So while the demigods, like after the Diwali and everything, we say Dev Utthar, that means all the Devas, they get up. And after that, what do? They do Mangalarati. So this is the Mangalarati time for the Devas. Krishna says this time is very, very important. So during this time, all the gopis in Vrindavan, they do the Katyayani Vrata. they undertake a very beautiful vrata. So, following in the footsteps, there were some of the gopis in the southern part of India who like to emulate the same pastimes. And they took the vow that for 30 days they will go to the Yamuna river and take a bath. Now imagine cold, frigid waters and you want to take a bath. This was their vow. So after they all assembled and they sung all different kinds of prayers, they reached Krishna and they had one-to-one conversation with Krishna. And this is a very beautiful conversation which I want to draw parallels with. So they reached Krishna, and Krishna was very happy that they have taken this vow for him to reach him. What did Krishna do? He said that I would like to bless you all gopis. And the gopis said, Krishna, this is not possible. You cannot bless us. And Krishna was like, why can't I bless you? Because the gopis said, we have no qualifications. Now, this is the sign of a Vaishnava. A Vaishnava will never say, I have all the qualifications, so I should get the blessing. The sign of a Vaishnava or a Vaishnavi is that they always think that they are bereft of any qualifications. They do not have any extra qualifications by which Krishna can bless them. It is only out of his own free will that Krishna can bless. So Krishna said, tell me about your activities every day. So gopis are asked this question. So my dear devotees, you all have been hearing Srila Gurudev's lectures. Can somebody tell me what are the different activities that gopis do? What are the different? You can unmute yourself or you can write in the chat. You can write the activities that gopis do on a daily basis. Any activity. Yes, anybody? What are the activities that gopis do? Yes, picking flowers for worship. Very nice. Ramras Prabhu says, picking flowers for worship. What else? Take milk
Guruji,
products to
churning
sell.
butter.
Churning butter. Panjani Prabhu says churning butter. Very
Prabhuji,
nice.
drawing water from the Yamuna.
Drawing water from Yamuna. Very nice. They draw water from Yamuna. So all these answers are correct in the interest of time. Always thinking of Krishna, chanting glories of Krishna. All these answers are correct. While the gopis were asked this question, that I would like to give my grace, I would like to bless you all. What is the activity that you do? You know what the gopis answered? They said, we just follow the cows. Wherever the cows go, we follow. Then they said, early morning you take bath? Then they all said, I do not know whether we take bath or not. We just follow the cows. And where do the cows go? The cows go into the forest. Why do the cows go into the forest? They go into the forest to eat nice grass and we just follow them. This is our daily routine. Every morning we wake up, we follow the cows. And Krishna is very intelligent. Krishna wanted to give blessings. So Krishna said, and Krishna's quality is so that whatever good activity we do, Krishna will find out that good activity and he will send his blessings. He doesn't keep a diary of all the wrong activities. He does all the activities, whatever we do in our life, if there are some good activities, he notes it down and he gives his blessings. So Krishna says, you all gopis are going behind the cows. This is such a great activity. The gopis said, what is so great about it? Cows are walking, we are walking behind the cows. What is so great activity about this? He said, you all are taking such a nice bath. Gopi said, bath? We are going behind the cows. Krishna, you are listening to us carefully, right? Your ears are open, right? We are going just behind the cows. Krishna said, that is the greatest bath. In the Shastras, there are 7 different types of bath. Early morning bath that you can take. The first bath is called as the river bath. You can go to Ganga at any point of time. There is no time, place, circumstances. You can take bath in Ganges. That is considered, take the dip in Ganges is considered, or any other river is considered as a snan, as a bath. Next is called as Agneya. That means when you do a fire sacrifice, you take the ashes and put it on your forehead. That is also considered as purification. That is also a bath. Third is, oh, this is too cold. Some Some devotees say, oh, I can't go near the water itself. I will take mental bath. Manasa snan. They take mental bath that I don't want to go near the water. That is also considered a bath. Then there is a Divyam bath. What is this Divyam bath? When there is sun and rain together, then there is purification. And when you are walking, there is rain also and there is sunshine also. That is also considered a bath. Then there is Bhaumam. When you are totally deceased, you are bedridden, the nurse will come and give you a sponge bath on your body. That is also considered a bath. Krishna says another bath is Godhuli bath. When you walk behind the cows, the Godhuli, when it falls on your head, that is also considered a bath. But Krishna says the best bath is mantra bath. Which is mantra bath? It is not a dahi bath or lemon bath. It is mantra bath, means the bath that you take by mantras, by chanting the holy names. So the gopis mention that we go behind the cows, and Krishna says, you all are going behind the cows, so the Godhuli might be falling on you. So this is so great. You are taking a most transcendental bath. So I will like to give my blessings to you. Gopis say, no, 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 we have no intention to take a bath. We are just going behind the cows, and wherever the cows go, we go. Then Krishna is thinking, okay, they are not even taking a bath, so how can I give blessings? So Krishna says, okay, where are you going? To the forest. Forest is very nice. Can somebody tell me what are the great forests in our scriptures? Best forests in our scriptures? Name some forests. Mahavan, very nice. Name some forests. Srila Gurudev have written 2 great books on the sacred forests of Vrindavan.
Kamyavan.
Kamyavan, Madhuvan, Vrindavan. For all that matter, we'll say Vrindavan. Any other from Ram Leela? Jharikanda, very good. Any other Leela from Ram Leela? Janasthana, very nice. Dandakaranya, Panchavati.
Yeah.
Yes. Kumudvan. All these forests are so great, so wonderful. So you are all going into the forest. Forests are where the sages live. So I will give you blessings. Gopis say, you are not listening to us. We don't go into the forest to meet the sages. We go to the forest so that our cows eat very well. They give milk and we get nice butter. We sit and eat into the forest. So we have no qualification. So then Krishna is thinking, okay, just because you are following your duty, you are doing nice karma yoga, I will give you my blessings. And then the gopis say, Are, in Bhagavad Gita, have you not learnt? There is a famous sloka 3.30. Mai sarvani karmani sanyadhyatma chetasa niraisya nirmamo bhutva yuddha yasya vikhatajura. Arjuna, surrendering all your works unto me with full knowledge of me, without desires for any profit and claims to proprietorship, without lethargy, please pick up yourself and fight. Without any profit and fully fighting for me. Gopis say, we are not eating for you. We are eating for our pleasure. So you can't bless us because we don't have any qualification. Then Krishna says, but inside you I am sitting, right? I am sitting as Paramatma. So while you are eating, I am also getting nourished. So I will take that and I will bless you. Gopis say, even that is not possible. Because we are not eating. We are not following any rules and regulations of eating. Because there are plenty of rules and regulations to eat. Like I come from a South Indian family, there were so many rules and regulations. Anything which is asatvic will not be accepted in the kitchen. If somebody brings groceries and a dog sees those groceries, that groceries have to be thrown away. It cannot be made as prasad. If somebody brings groceries from the back side or the rear side or the rear part of the building or the house, that cannot be accepted as prasad. One cannot eat prasad during sunset and sunrise. One cannot eat sesame during sunset and sunrise. One cannot eat drumstick. One cannot drink camel milk, goat's milk. One cannot eat by left hand. One cannot eat standing and eating. Forget about buffet system. Standing and eating is not allowed. And I also learned during my marriage that husband and wife should not sit together and eat. Prabhuji, this is too much. Husband and wife, they make a big table, they make them sit together, and they tell them to eat in the marriage. Actually, it is in the Vedic system, it is not allowed. So what? So are you telling that only the husband should eat first? No. The order is not mentioned. Generally, it is a practice that the husband eats and then the wife eats, or it can be the other way around too. But at least they should not sit in the same line. They can at least sit opposite to each other. Or Prabhuji, they can eat together. Preferably should be avoidable. So there are so many rules, regulations in eating. And Krishna says, you all are eating very nicely with rules and regulations. I will pay all my blessings. I will give you all my blessings to you. Gopis say, we are gopis. We don't know any rules and regulations. We take makhan in one hand, from left hand also we eat makhan, right hand also eat makhan, and with that makhan we hit the cow also. Hey, har, chal, aage chal. So we don't have any rules. So you can't give us blessings because we follow rules and regulation. Krishna is thinking, my, how do I give them blessings? And then Krishna asks, do you have any piety? Do you have any pious results with you? So that I can bless you with some piety, some pious results. They say, we don't have any pious results. We don't do any pious activities. So you can't bless us for piety as well. Then Krishna says, can you count? 1, 2, 3, 4. One gopi asked, by knowing counting, how will you bless us? Krishna is very intelligent. By counting 1, 2, 3, 4, how will you bless us? Counting is counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Krishna says, no, when you count 1, I think that you are telling me I am the supreme, only one and only supreme personality of Godhead. When you count 2, I am thinking that you are talking about the divine couple, Radha and Krishna. When you are talking 3, I think you are talking about the 3 letters, Hare, Krishna and Rama. When you're talking 4, you're talking about the 4 Vedas. When you're talking 5, you're talking about Para, Vyuha, Vibhava, Antaryami and Archa Vigrahas. When you're talking 7, you're talking about the 7 mountains or the 7 oceans. When you're talking 10, you're talking about the 10 avatars. When you're talking 12, you're talking about the 12 alvars. When you're talking 6, you're talking about the 6 Goswamis. When you're talking 26, I am the 26th Tattva. When you're talking 1000, I have 1000 names of Vishnu. So like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever you count, I will take it as devotional service. So gopis, you know to count. Our accounts department knows very nicely to count. You saw Shamala Mataji gave the service of accounts department. Those who are entering that service, they should know how to count. Because it's accounts, it's finance. So counting, and gopis say we don't know counting. How? How you don't know counting? You bring your cows. So they bring their cows, they lift one cow's tail and say, we have bought 1 cow. So please give us in barter some grains. Then they will go and lift the other cow's tail and say, second cow is here. Please give us some grains. Why? They don't know to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 20 cows and say 20 cows are here. Give me 20 bags of grain. They will not do. They'll go and lift 1 cow's tail and say 1 cow is here. 1 bag. Second cow is here. Second bag. This is how they count. So they said, we don't know counting as well. So no piety, no jnana, no knowledge, no karma, no piety. Krishna said, then I cannot bless you. Gopis, you have nothing with you that I can bless you. Then gopis ask, have you lost Krishna? And Krishna says, yeah, I have lost here. I cannot bless you at all. Then the gopi says, no, we have all piety. He said, hey, you just said you don't have piety. Now you are saying you have piety. How come? He said, by our efforts, we don't have piety. But you have born in our community as Yadava, as a Brajendra Nandan, as Yashoda Nandan, as a Brajvasi. You have come into our community. Hence, we have all piety with us. The piety has been made by you, Krishna. Then Krishna says, if I am born within you, then I also don't have knowledge. I also, because you all are saying you don't know knowledge, you don't have knowledge, you don't have number system, no knowledge, no karma, no piety, then I also don't have piety. Then the gopis say, no. Don't think like that. You are flawless. One of your quality, Krishna, is you are completely flawless. And we have a lot of flaws. As Jivatmas, we have complete flaws. Our services are not perfect. But because you came into our world and you became our relative, our Yadava Kula, hence we are very, very fortunate. That has made our piety. For that quality, you should bless us. Because you have come into us. So by our effort, we have not come and done any activity. This is the perfect mode of service. While all these services are available for Srila Gurudev, and Gurudev does his services in this mood. He never says that I am doing this service, Krishna. He says, Srila Prabhupada, I am doing this service for you. And Srila Prabhupada will offer this service to Krishna. This is in the mood of the gopis. This is the perfect mood of executing a service. The gopis say that I have no qualification to execute the service. Our only qualification is Krishna, you have appeared amongst us. And then Krishna says, I will give you the final twist to this tale. If I am your relative, let me tell you, I don't always bless my relatives. Arjuna is my relative. I blessed him. Shishupal was also my relative. I killed him. Arjuna was my relative. Yudhishthira was my relative. I blessed him. Duryodhana, I arranged that he is killed. So just because you are my relative, don't think that you will always get my blessings. Then the gopis say, you don't know our relationship. Our relationship is that you are the Supreme Lord and we are your servants. This relationship never goes away. In fact, there are 9 relationships between you and us. What are those? You are the Pita. If we are the children, you are the parent. You are the Rakshaka. If we are to be protected, you are the protector. You are the Sheshi. If we are to glorify, you are to be glorified. You are the Bharta. If we are the wives, you are the husband. You are the Neya. That means if something has to be known, you are to be known and we should be knowing that. You are the Swami. We are the servants. You are the owner. You are the Adharaha. That means you are the sustainer and we are the sustained. You are the Atma, Paramatma, and we are the Jivatma. And we are the objects of entertainment and you are to be entertained. You are the Bhokta. So in this way, in these 9 relationships, Krishna, you are to be served always. This relationship will never go, whether we are a positive relative or a negative relative. So we are always related to you. Please bless us. Govinda. They say this name, Govinda, and say, please excuse us because we used many other names. We use the names of Narayan, Paramatma, Bhagwan, etc. But your famous name is Govinda. And our relationship with you is eternal. Krishna starts crying. Krishna says, can I ask you one last question, Gopis? Gopis said, yes, ask. If you knew that this was our relationship eternally, why did you never call me Govinda right from the beginning? Why did it take you so much time to call out my names? And the gopis say, I told you, we don't have that much of knowledge. Please excuse us and accept us. We don't have any qualification to even take your name. So in this way, the gopis surrendered. In the last 2 minutes of my lecture, I would like to just draw parallel with Srila Gurudev and Lochan Das Thakur. If we say the same pastime, keeping Srila Gurudev in the center, assume that Gopi's conversation with Krishna is replaced by Srila Gurudev. He is the transparent via medium. We go to Srila Gurudev and say, Srila Gurudev, we have no qualification. We don't follow the cows. We follow your Upadeshas. We follow your instructions. You take us to Vrindavan during Kartik Parikramas. We go into the forest only by following you. And we do not know. We have no qualification to enter those forests. We have no qualification to enter those Vrindavans. We have no qualification to enter Jagannath Puri. But Srila Gurudev, following in your footsteps, we have full qualification to enter. And what do you provide us? We have no karma. We are just doing our activities. Our chanting is not proper. At least my chanting is not proper. I cannot say our. My chanting is not proper. I do not have any qualities. But through your lectures, you provide us the divine wisdom. And it is not my qualification that I deserved you as my spiritual master. It is this good qualification was made by you, Srila Gurudev, because you came into our worlds. You came into our world and you picked us. And you gave us that initiation and you connected us back to Krishna. So please forgive our mistakes and give us your blessings. And what does Srila Gurudev give back? All these services. In this way, we can be connected to the parampara. In this way, we can be completely connected back to the entire disciplic line of succession, giving our life and soul for Srila Gurudev. And this was very much the mood of Lochandas Thakur. When he sang the bhajan, Ke Jabi Re Bhai, which I would like to end this kirtan with, right? Nandaraj Prabhu, we have 2 to 3 more minutes.
Yes.
On time?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd like to just share this beautiful bhajan, which devotees can read. Let me just share this. It's a very beautiful bhajan, which is written by Lochandas Thakur. And this is known as Ke Jabi Re Bhai. And I would like to end this lecture talking about this. Yes, here it goes. It should be on your screen. Ke Jabi Re Bhai. Bhava Sindhu Pa. Ke Jabi Re Bhai. Ke Jabi Re Bhai. He is actually singing it out like a boatman. And like the boatman's tune, he's singing. Where are you going? Please come, let us go Bhava Sindhu Pa. Let's go beyond this material world. Dhanya Kali Yugera Chaitanya Avatar. Chaitanya Avatar. Oh, my fellow brothers, let me tell you that this Kali Yuga is so auspicious, so dhanya, so mangala. Because who has come? Chaitanya Avatar. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come. And what has he brought? Amara Gaurangera Ghate Adana Kheya Vaya. Adana Kheya Vaya. That means he has brought a boat. And that boat is tied where? It is anchored where? At the Gauranga Ghatha. Amara Gaurangera Ghatha. At the Gauranga Ghat. This boat is there. And who is climbing into this boat? Jada Anda. Jada, one who is absolutely lame. Anda, one who is blind. Atura, who is disposed. And all of them are climbing onto this boat. They don't have to even take a ticket. There is no charges. They are climbing onto this boat. Everybody is climbing onto this boat. Who are climbing? It is said, a free ferry boat is waiting and there is no restriction. Everyone is coming, including the lame, including the blind and distress. All of them are climbing a boat to cross over. What is this boat called? Harina Mera Naukha Hani Shri Guru Kandhari. Shri Guru Kandhari. This name of the boat is nothing but the holy name. Harinam is the boat. And Shri Guru is the helm and captain of the ship. Srimad Bhagavatam says, Twamna Sandarshito Dhatra, first chapter, first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. He is the captain. And what are the oars? The chappu kaun sa hai? What is the chappu that goes? Sankirtana Khero Yala Dubahu Pasari. Everybody is raising their arms and singing Haribol, Haribol. Those two arms have become the oars of this boat. But what is Lochandas Thakur's mood? It is his disappearance day coming. And this was always his mood. His mood was humility towards Narahari Thakur, his spiritual master. And he always said, my only friend is Narahari Thakur. His entire mood is depicted in the last 2 lines. Sab jiva haila par premera vata se. Sab jila hoila par. all the souls can cross over this favorable winds of prem. नौका तो चल रहा है, उसके साथ हवा जो चल रहा है वो प्रेम का है. There is a favorable wind of prem which is favorable, and everyone has crossed over from this material world to the other side, to the spiritual world. But at the last line he says, Padiya rohila lochan अपनार दोषे अपनार दोषे. But only Lochan Das Thakur is sitting on this side of the ferry boat and seeing everybody go by, because due to my own fault I have been left behind. This is the ultimate humility of Lochan Das Thakur. And this is the humility of the gopis, that we don't have any qualities. And this should be our humility as well when we offer our services to Srila Gurudev. And this is how Srila Gurudev offers his services every time. You can see him, whether it is Kartik Parikram, whether it is Rishikesh, whether it is Sadhu Sangha. He always thinks, I am just following Srila Prabhupada, and I can go wherever Prabhupada tells me next. Thank you very much, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila ki jai. Yadatra skalitam kinchit vidvam satpurayantu tat, yadatra saushtubam kinchit tad guru revame nahi. Yadatra skalitam kinchit. If there were any mistakes in this rendition, please correct me. You're all my God brothers and God sisters. I've been just given this appointment to speak today, but I'm not qualified to do so. Following in the same footsteps of Srila Gurudev, I'm not qualified enough to speak about my glorious spiritual master's qualities. So if there were any mistakes, please do correct them. And if you found something nice, all glories goes to Srila Gurudev and none to Haridas Varyadas. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai. If there are any questions, comments, clarification, apologies, I took 5 to 10 minutes more time. So I know it's late out there, but thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhu, for wonderful class and this wonderful kirtan. I never heard this before, and it is very beautifully written, and I liked like you explained by singing. So very wonderful, and I would like to learn this particular. I never heard from anyone. This is first time. So thank you very much, and the way you explained the gopis bhav, and then how sorry, I think my did I open? I think board I has opened. Yeah. So thank you very much, devotees. If you have any questions about any services which Mataji spoke, or any questions about what Prabhuji, anything you would like to ask, you can ask.
I have a question. Who is bringing the whiteboard?
Yeah.
Welcome, Prabhu.
Yes.
Thank you, Haridas Prabhuji. Very nice presentation,
Thank
heartfelt,
you.
very sincere and very melodious singing, accompanied by heartfelt, message. So very touching, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Padaji. Anybody has any questions, feedbacks, critiques? More than welcome. We have stalwarts on this call. Okay. If there are none, back to you, Nandaraj Prabhu. We can close early. Okay, sir.
Vijay Nasim Prabhu, do you have anything to talk about?
I see Vrajapati Sutta. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam, Prabhuji.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Prabhu.
Yep. Now, back to you, Nandaraj Prabhu. Take it up.
Okay. Thank you very much, all the devotees, for joining. It was very nourishing classes, I think. Wonderful session, I would say, where we had a flavor of the services
for Srila Gurudev and the spiritual nourishment from Haridas Varya Prabhu. So thank you all for joining. So we'll close the call by doing the pranam, Vaishnava pranam. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripasindhu bevacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Anantakoti Vaishnavavrinda ki jai.
Jai.
नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय श्रील गुरुदेव की जय
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Thank you, Prabhupada.